unique situation out by where he lives with being threatened and harassed, um, from people that are using substance abuse and possibly selling drugs. Michael, tell us a little bit about your situation.
Well, see, I lived in an apartment. That was a nice place, right alongside the Detroit Shortway Arts District. Airport Park. Well, it was nice. But the apartment building was getting devastated. There was building codes and all violations. And I started putting my money in toward escrow there. I actually paid into escrow over 22 months. And they wouldn't fix anything. It needed windows. It had the original 1900 windows. 1900. I couldn't even see out of them. And yeah, they wouldn't do nothing. So finally, I went to. We finally settled in court that okay, they had an estimate. They would do the windows. They needed $7,000 of the approximately $14,000, $15,000 that was there of mine in escrow. And so I went ahead. Okay, I released $7,000, and they went ahead. They put the windows in. So
Yeah, I got a black cat too.
Yeah, she's got a heart of gold, man. But anyway, getting back to the point of matter. So I got a call the next day by Tiffany Morales, the APL. She found somebody to foster my cat. And I was supposed to be, within 90 days, I was supposed to be up in a place. Now, I went through a lot of harassment at the Volunteers of America. I was the director, Jordan, whatever. He allowed these people to abuse me. And when I called the police, because I was threatened my jaw being broke by him and stuff, he told me if I ever called the police that he would kick me out. He tried to kick me out of that place. So, getting back to it, I've never lived on the east side of Cleveland. I'm not afraid of it. Because I walk anywhere. This is God's green earth. Anyway, there was a place available on East 125th off of Kingsman. It's a nice place. It's a two-bedroom. It fit my weight. It fit my stuff too. Yeah. And so, wow, okay, well, God's laid me here. It's the second floor. I can't really do steps, which the VA put in a stair lift for me. There's a stair lift installed here. And then I went ahead and I got Walmart. I paid $52 for a year to have my food delivered. And it's specified there the bottom door is unlocked. They're to come up to the second floor. I would meet them there, and they're to carry the stuff into my kitchen. Well, anyway, these people.
Hi, everybody that's watching. We got 75 people watching live right now. A shout out to all of you. Okay, continue.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for listening. Appreciate you. And so the people downstairs, they were all right. They were here 3 years at the time that I moved in. Last September 23rd. September 23rd of 2025, I moved in this place. And I have a killer sound system. It sounds like a club. But I have respect. And at first, they
That's Michael Seals from Cleveland, folks.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. This is truthful. This is very truthful because I have a police report. I have everything. I've got it. But in the meantime, I'm stuck here, and I can't afford to move because no security deposit. They won't give back. She sides with them. I'll get to that. But anyway, I was grateful because at first, I done some exercise. I have this little thing where you sit and pedal. It's called a scoop dough. This is a professional little thing. It works the hips, it works the glutes, it works the abs. And that thing got me out of the wheelchair quick. I was released from August 11th, December 5th. The doctor released me. I actually walked up my own steps. I purchased a car, which I had to let it go back because I couldn't afford the payments. October 18th of 2023, I walked up my steep steps and down them with my son to go and pick up that car. It was through him. He works for Kia in North Olmsted. Same name, Junior though. And anyway, so I'm fighting to Cleveland Clinic is actually, like I said, on the 26th, and I'm grateful because the VA, I'm a veteran again, United States Army, under the Iran-Contra affair, 1980, dealing with Iran then, the hostage situation, Jimmy Carter. And so I lost my train of thought 1 second. Help me out, James.
Well, let's get to the part where they're starting to threaten you and where you had to get an escort.
Okay, so here's what happened. I was tired of them pounding their bass and all, and they've got a sound system that's no comparison to mine. So when I couldn't relax here, and it's booming through me, and I couldn't even hear my TV. I love that fake wrestling. I couldn't enjoy anything. I decided, okay, even when I watch TV, I turn my bass up where it would yep. And man, they can do it, but I can't. They can do it up until 4 in the morning. But man, a proper hour, I couldn't do it because they're up all night and they sleep all day. And they expect me to be quiet. Now, wait, I have to back up to the before I went to do my Planet Fitness workout. And yeah, I jumped the bass, but it was Christian songs. Christian. So, anyway, I leave my bottom door unlocked. I'm going to repeat that to specify the reason for deliveries to come up to the second floor. Not for the person downstairs to open my inside door down there and wait for me on the porch and confront me and wants to fight me. He wants to settle it right then. And oh my God, I'm walking away and I said, you're going to have to shoot me in the back. And she's going, oh, you're acting crazy. I can be my crazy here. Well, it wasn't caught on my Zoom or my Ring video. I'm getting confused, right? So I just went right to the police. I filed a report against a criminal. Yes, I'm doing felony because I'm disabled. They're judging the book by its cover. I'm disabled legally. I've got tons of things wrong with me. And these people are haters. They hate me so bad that they want to try to destroy me or kill me. Well, anyway, so while I was at the police station, I looked at my Ring video, and it didn't capture her doing that. But I went live, and I'm glad I did, because it did capture her talking to that L'Oreal manager that I keep the kids up, and her kid has to get up early, and blaming me and saying that she was going to kick my door in. Wow. So I kept getting announced, the notifications that my Ring was going on. They had a bunch of people waiting here to beat me up or something. I had to have the police escort me here. I had to sit at the corner of my street, east of 125th in Kinsman, Cleveland, Ohio, by the Marathon gas station. And I was so tired, and I had my car running with the air. It was so hot, and I was falling asleep, man. Wow, I listened to my head. I can't do this. I needed to get back to feed my cats. I couldn't do nothing. I had to wait for them, but they made it priority. Now, when they came and they pulled up behind me, she's on the porch with a guy with no shirt on, ready to fight me. Ready to beat this old man up. They're half my age or even less. And when the police came up, wants me up, she started, please. And the police said, they say you don't need to say nothing to her. So anyway, there it is. They don't stand my life, man. I'm so stressed here. I did, let me drink. I have to take a sip of water. I'm sorry.
I gotta take a sip of coffee.
Yeah, because, well, see, I'm on that Ozempic, too, that I want to quit once I go below 200 pounds. It keeps me as dry.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful. It's free to review. Anyway, so I, through my HUD-VASH, my caseworker, she's with me on it. She's trying to find me a place as quick as possible to move into, which I can't afford. I need things. I need to pay over. I need to pay a security deposit. I do have a voucher for the rent. I've got a new package. The voucher's good until January, but I need out of here faster than that. I need out of here, and I can't afford it. And that's why I'm asking people that have a heart like myself. I do give, to iHeart, Pets, ASPC. I wish I could donate more, and someday God's going to make it possible. He's healing my body where I can go back to work, but I can't now. I give back, and I give myself. I have a lot of followers that want me to pray for them. It's the truth. Everything I'm saying is the truth. And now I'll leave it with you, James.
Okay, why don't you have a GoFundMe going, right?
Yes, I do have a GoFundMe.
Okay, how can people find it?
It's God. It's on Facebook. I shared it through TikTok. I think it's on linked. I can't think of all the names. I think I have it on.
Well, if they Google up that app,
Yeah.
what's it?
Let me pull it up. Please let me
Okay.
go ahead on my phone and go ahead and pull up my GoFundMe and I'll tell you exactly what it says. Thank you, everybody, for your patience.
Has anybody donated yet?
I got $64.
Okay.
Okay.
You probably need a couple
6,
thousand.
Hold on. I gotta do this. Alright. Here it is. It's called A Peaceful Home for Veteran Michael. And when I have cancer in my liver, and I have an enlarged spleen, I do have cirrhosis of the liver, and I've known of it since 2012. But I don't drink alcohol and I don't do drugs. That's why I'm still alive and healthy. There was a little spot of cancer. That's why it's showing my liver, in my liver, that they did go in. They were gonna burn it out. I don't need chemotherapy or anything. But when they went in May 1st, it was too small. They couldn't find it. So I just had an MRI done a few days ago. I can't remember the dates. So much going on, but it was just a few days ago. On the 3rd of August, for sure. That's the exact date. I had an MRI done with contrast to check, and I'm still waiting to hear back from them. When it gets big enough, they're gonna go in non-invasive and they're gonna burn it out. So it's showing my liver, and it's showing on the right side my enlarged spleen because it drops my blood count, and I have a low white blood cell where I can bleed to death, and that's what scares me. If they hit me in the wrong place, they can burst my spleen and kill me and bleed to death.
Yeah. Why don't we, in a couple weeks, do a follow up on this video to see the progress that you're making?
All right.
Okay, and please pray for Michael, as I've known him for a while. He's been to my house years ago. He's donated to Hope for the Community in the past. If you can donate to his charity, it would be a blessing. Maybe after this video is posted, he can post a link to it underneath the video in the comment section.
Here it is. I can tell you what the link is.
Okay, you could send it. You could send it to me also, and I could.
I'll send it to you. Yeah, because it's right up here. And it says to copy the link. Yeah, and I think I got it on LinkedIn or whatever.
Right.
I think I have it on Instagram. I have it on my Facebook story for sure. I think I put it on X and TikTok.
Right. And folks, he needs a couple $1,000 so he can move. He has to rent a truck, and you have to get stuff for his new apartment. If anybody can help a veteran that's being abused by people that he's living with, it would be a blessing. Okay, Michael, thank you for joining us today.
And thank you, everybody.